Welcome, everybody, to The Real Deal with me, Larry, Lawton, and Benz.
What's up?
We have a great show. We brought the news here today with us on this great Tuesday morning. We got my brother in the studio. He's going to do the news. Hey, Dave, how you doing, bro?
Ben, say La. How you doing?
What's up, bro?
Everything is going to be really good. We're going to have a great show. We're going to do the news. And there's a lot of fucking crazy shit in the news, so we're going to have a lot of fun with the news today. I hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. I really do. You know, we got so much going on. I actually did some work yesterday. I did a few things. We have a whole bunch of shit coming. When I tell you that, I'm not kidding. You can go look at the links below. It's thatbenz.com/giveaway. Come on the cruise with us, November 18th through the 21st. Carnival Cruise Lines, you get a free round trip ticket for two, a limo ride from the Orlando airport right to the ship, and you get a balcony room, and you're fucking going home. Or you get a computer of Benz.
The MacBook Air M2, the 2022, the newest one.
The newest MacBook you get if you're out of the country or under 21, or you don't have a passport. You do. No, I don't know. Do you need a passport? I'm hearing different things now.
We recently, if you listen to the last Talk Shit After show, we've discussed that Jason was able to get an authorization on what he could do instead of having a passport. So if it's a closed, and I'm remembering here, closed loop cruise where you leave from the same port and you come back to the same port, you can get away with just bringing your birth certificate and your driver's license.
And then what? Do you,
Instead of a passport?
I guess you can't get off the ship.
Bahamas and Cancun, stuff like that,
You can.
Okay, let's not do him like this. If he's going to be this, he's got to be in the other chair.
Well, that is the information that we now know.
I just said with this, because this is not hearing. People are not hearing. He has a mic. No reason for that. Next up, okay, so we got that. So make sure you come on the cruise. We can't wait. It's going to be a party cruise.
Larry,
I'm on the hunt.
How did they get on a cruise? They got to fill out an application?
No, I'm going to give them the number. We're going to have a cruise number, a phone number, and everything else in it. Also, besides the cruise, we got the cigar launch. It's what we call a hard date launch. It's my birthday. October 3rd is my birthday. You got to guess the year. Probably easy if you just Google it. But
1901.
No, fuck you. So we have
it ends with a 1.
Yeah, he's right. And so we are going on launching the cigar, and it's the Crooked Cigar, crookeddiamondcigar.com. Crookeddiamondcigar.com. It's amazing. The website we're gonna have a pre-sale starting here in a week. Today is Monday.
Maybe sooner.
Maybe sooner, because we got something going. It's a legal work that has to be done for us to be able to legally sell a tobacco product. It'll be done. I'm filling out forms after this show. I had to just start. We were just talking about it before the show, and I don't want to go back to jail, so I will fill out these fucking forms. This is what I heard. Other than that, here is the cigar. Come on, if you're online and listen, just when you go to the website, just check out these boxes. I just got the box here to show you. This box
empty, no cigars in it.
Yeah, no, of course not. We smoked them. The cigar, we did. This is a fucking real deal. Anyway, these cigar boxes, it's actual, wait, look at this. It's actually a humidor. It's like, this is a humidor, guys. So you put your packs under there. What I'm doing is showing everybody.
And that's how the boxes are going to come with the cigars?
Yes.
Every box is going to be a humidor?
Every box.
Wow.
For the first 500.
Okay.
I think even after that it doesn't. Am I correct?
Well, yeah, we're going to do the entire first run, 3,000 boxes, but that's the limit. After the 3,000 boxes, they're no longer going to have the humidification tray.
Is that what it's called?
We're going to save money at that point. This is just something we're doing extra for people.
Gotcha. That and we're not only doing extra on that, we're giving a T-shirt away, and the only way to get the T-shirt we have, if I see anybody with this, is you have to buy a box of cigars.
With first 500.
First 500. That's all it's getting. It's called the Cigar Club. It's actually our cigar.
The Crooked Diamond Smoking Club.
The Crooked Diamond Smoking Club. The only way. So if I see somebody anywhere in this country or the world with that shirt, I know they supported us in the beginning. They were a Crooked Diamond guy from the beginning and bought a full box of cigars. We're going to hang. I'll probably buy them a drink. I'm going to talk.
Question,
We're going to hang out for sure.
How many cigars are going to come in the box?
20 cigars, like normal.
Okay. And
$10 a cigar. That's not.
How much is a box going to be?
$210.
Okay, everybody, $200. You get a shirt, 20 great cigars.
Hey, look at Bob Bucker over here. You see that? Great. Did a good job.
What was the name of that guy that used to do all the infomercials?
Oh, fucking
Billy Mays?
Yeah, Billy Mays. That was good.
I love it, man.
He forgot also, he didn't get this because he's just jumping in on that. That was good. Listen to this. If you buy a box of cigars, you also besides being part of the cigar club. I'm telling you, it's your only way. You can't buy one. I mean, you can buy one box of cigar. Every box of cigar comes with the shirt. So if you and your wife had a shirt on, or you somebody else had a shirt on,
You can technically get up to, because what are we doing? 2 or 3 limit?
3, I thought we said.
3, yeah, okay.
It's 3 limit, and
You
anyway,
can get up to 3 shirts.
right when they buy them, that's cool. Now what we're also doing is giving 10 tickets for every box for the free giveaway of the cruise.
10 entries, yeah.
10 entries. Plus you get the one when you sign up for everything. So, man, it's a lot of shit going on. And we're really doing that, and it's fun. We had a great weekend.
I think I'll go on that cruise. I'm going to book it myself.
You're coming on.
That would be awesome. You should absolutely.
He's definitely coming on that cruise. We got him on the cruise. This is going to be a party cruise. Let me tell you something. I'm on the prowl. A little bit on the prowl.
On the prowl.
Yeah, I'm not attached. Everybody knows I'm not attached to anybody. So I'm out there. I can have fun. I can do whatever. I always do anyway. So it's this cruise I'm going to be on the whole. What do you think for me? I'm about a 25-year-old. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, is that so? Your ideal?
No.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
too young,
no.
man.
First of all, listen. I love. Don't think if a 25-year-old come up to me, there might not have something happen. But I mean, listen. I'm a single guy. I mean,
You are.
think like
That's
that.
true. Now it's true.
So, I mean, with that said, now as far as would I don't know. I have to really be turned on with somebody intellectually. I mean,
Intellectually?
a little bit. I don't mean, listen, I don't go get streetwalkers. That's David. I don't do that. My brother.
Are you talking about hookers?
Yeah. No, I don't do
He's
that.
got more hookers than me in his life. Don't worry about it.
He didn't hear you.
I just get massages with a happy ending.
He goes.
Hey,
Yeah, I won't say the place.
That's a hooker.
No. Technically, listen. I'm of the old school. Like Bill, blowjob is not sex. I'm for the old school. You have to penetrate. You have to ejaculate in the pussy for it to be actual sex. If you do anything else, anal sex, just having sex, and you don't come or anything, that's not sex.
No way, man. I'm not going to give that to him. You don't need to
I'm not buying
come.
that either.
You don't need to come in an orifice for it to be sex.
Yes, absolutely. If you look at definition of sex, it's having intercourse having intercourse until climaxation.
So pulling out, technically, we didn't have sex.
Right? I'm not in you.
Shit, I don't have sex that often, guys.
Right. Well.
I pull out.
Oh, you pull out a lot. You don't want more
believe him
kids?
for 1 minute. That's the definition of sex. Don't believe it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Me neither.
I'm just feeding into Larry's bullshit.
Oh, you don't believe that's it?
No.
I don't believe that's the definition of sex.
What do you think the definition of sex is?
Well, there's a lot of different definitions.
How
Look it
many?
up.
How many? No phones. What do you think? I looked it up. Let's see what you think sex is the definition of.
A blowjob is sex.
Okay, well, that's your definition.
But that's not what it's going to say.
Okay, here's what we're going to do before we get into crazy shit. Because how many minutes did we go?
It's been 8 minutes.
So it's 8. I don't want to mention.
We're getting quick.
we're getting quick. Listen, everyone, we want to stop. Besides even that, check out the merch. Please check out our merch. You see me in it all the time. You'll see guys. This cigar thing is big. I'm telling you. I can't wait to wear the shirt and be in the cigar. Anybody I see with that shirt is going to be in a cigar club. And then I'm going to know they supported us right from the beginning. People are going to love the cigar. You know that. Now, wait, before I go, everybody knows that this show is fucking sponsored by Oliva.
Yep.
Oliva, thank you again. We got Oliva cigars. We always smoke them here. We're smoking Crooked Diamonds, which they're by Oliva. So they're
I'm smoking an Oliva right now.
And now, here's what's happening is this Friday, which is today's Tuesday, this Friday we have the CEO of Oliva coming on this show with me. Awesome. We're going to smoke cigars. We're going to talk about the launch. We're going to talk about what he's a younger guy. He's in his 40s, I think 43. And nice guy. You met him.
Younger depends on who you ask.
Yeah, well, all these meetings, I'm the oldest dude in the fucking room.
Yeah, you've become that guy.
No, you're not.
Yes. Now you're not in these meetings. I'm talking about the cigar meetings.
In this room right now, I'm the oldest person.
You
Dave,
are. That's what you are.
That's why he likes bringing you along everywhere. He doesn't.
I don't want to be the oldest anymore. But no, it's really cool. And I want to say, now we got Dave, and everybody knows my brother Dave. Matter of fact, we were at the lunch. Did you see the kids that recognized me? What were their names? We got to bring them on. We are going to have, not this Monday, of course. Yesterday's Monday. Not maybe next Monday, I think we should have a fan appreciation where we bring a couple
That'd be
kids
fun.
and we call them again. I think they like it. I think we should.
I've been getting a shit ton of people requesting to be on the show.
Well,
just wanna talk
let's
to you.
get some numbers this week.
all right,
we'll get those kids. If you want to call them in, or if they want to come in, they can sit in the couch. We did it off of that. That'd be a cool video.
So if you want to do this, message us on Discord or email Larry or email fuck@thatbenz.com. 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 And tell me about it. And put podcast in the subject, please. And we will get you on the Fan Appreciation Show. We can only get so many people. So
Well, we're gonna call, like, you know, what we'll do. We'll get your number. We'll call. We do it Monday at 10:30. It's about when we pretty much light off. We get here at 10 and we light off at 10:30. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We might have the kids in the studio, the guys we met. But it was funny because we were at the eating the best roast beef sandwich. I give them a shout out, Main Street in Brevard County. By far, Main Street's the best roast beef sandwich. Matter of fact, the best roast beef sandwich I had in the state of Florida.
It's pretty fucking epic.
I'm not kidding you.
It is,
by far. Everybody here. My brother has it every time. I don't think I ever eat. I fucking wolf that shit down. I love that shit.
You inhale it.
I do.
I must have been to Main Street 50 times. I don't think I've gotten anything but a roast beef sandwich ever.
I think the funnest thing is whenever people see the group of people and we're all sitting around and the way we all eat and they all know we've been to prison.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what I was telling everybody. We had a cool question. Well, these kids, they met me. We went out there. We had a lot of. They recognized me coming out of my car, and we went in there, and my brother and I. And they go, "Is that Larry Lawton?" Oh, and they came over and they wanted to take pictures. They're nice guys. I put them on Instagram and put them on a few places. They were cool kids. You met them because they were rock kid bands. You did all that as their age, so you really clicked. Well, we sat these kids. So I took pictures with these kids. We're gonna have them, if they want to come in studio. They're down a county away, so we'll see. And I don't know. I said it's better education than school. No, but anyway, it is. But we're sitting there, and so we had a question to them. Now, we had 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people at the table. At the table, 5 people had criminal records. 5 out of the 6 had criminal records. Was it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to 5, 5 out of 6 had the criminal records. Well, we had a person there said, "Can you pick out the one here who doesn't have a criminal record? It's not a felon. We were all felons."
Guess who they picked?
So they ended up picking
Because you didn't have tattoos.
Benz. They picked Benz.
Wrong.
They picked Benz because Benz,
Didn't have any tattoos.
right? He had no tattoos, so they picked Benz. It happened to be my nephew. He works with a government agency, kind of not a government agency. Well, he works with a
Handsome Paul.
Handsome Paul. He
Handsome
worked
Paul?
Defense Department, with some shit. I don't know what the hell they do.
He doesn't like to tell us what
Government
he does, which
contracts,
should
there
tell
you
you
go.
something right there.
Yeah, right. What was that, Alphabet Company?
The Alphabet Company.
Anyway, so we had a great time, but there. And now I got something to do. We got, a lot by fan requests. They want to hear my brother come back with the news. Now,
The news is back, baby.
the news is back. Now, again, remember where you're at. You're at the real deal. So you're hearing how we fucking talk about the news between ourselves, between people, and what news really turns us on.
Right. So not only do you hear whatever news we pick out of a bag, what Larry and Dave pick out of a bag, but really what you all I want to say before we start the news, don't come here for your actual news. Come here for some bullshit news. Let's hit it.
Wait, is this like a disclaimer on the bottom?
It's a
Don't
little
try
bit of a
this at home.
I don't want people to come in here and be like, "Yeah, Mommy, I'm reading the news right now. I'm listening to the news," and then you can hear fucking Dave going like, "Fucking live golf, bro."
Listen, you could do your social studies homework with this news.
Oh, he's a real newsman. He wants
knows
to be
the
known.
news. He
Go
knows
ahead,
the
bro.
news.
All right, give us the top news in international. I'll probably stop you a little bit, but give us that.
Well, there's a few things going on internationally. The war in Ukraine is heating up a little. The Ukrainians are taking back some territory.
But you say heating up. Now, I have not watched the news. Yeah, I have not watched the news. And
I say
seriously,
heating up as in they're on the offense. Ukraine has been taking back territory. They're bombing, since they got from the United States some mid-range missiles that go 100 miles an hour. They've been bombing...
You mean 100 miles.
100 miles, I mean. They've been bombing ammunition depots. and they've been knocking down bridges. The Danube bridge, the river that goes.
All right, enough for that. Question with that. Yes. We've lost cities. Are we in this war? Is the United States funding this whole war? Because I'm sick of it.
No, they're not funding the whole war, but they're funding a big part of it.
Billions of dollars have we spent?
I think $11 billion so far.
I mean,
cheap.
15.
That's actually cheap. But you know what?
Worth of ammunition.
Yeah, I have my trepidations.
Give Iran 180 last year.
I just have my trepidation about giving all this money away and then us being in debt so much. I mean, if anybody gives a fuck about the debt. Well, I don't personally.
Listen, how can you argue about that? And we gave $20 billion to Pakistan for the floods. And that's world news. Typhoons. 1/3 of Pakistan, which is a big country, 1/3 of them is underwater. Jeez. But the United States has given $20 billion to them.
Wow.
And they're not even an ally of us, really.
I mean, I
mean, not as much as Ukraine is.
Let me explain how I look at this. He's right. Dave's actually on point today. I don't know. He didn't smoke enough. And what happens is, what I believe in that is we have to there's a political medium for safety around the world. Obviously, it's called geopolitics. But I used to follow it and get into it and how it really intertwined and all the bullshit that happens. I am so jaded because it seems like bullshit. All the wars I've been through, even from Grenada to fucking, way back in '81 when President Reagan went into Grenada. And, all the shit.
Grenada,
whatever the fuck you want to
Tomato.
call it. Everybody knew what the fuck I meant.
I bet you nobody even knows what the fuck that
You're
is.
right. Because of my age. I'll bet everybody who listens to this that's over fucking 50 knows.
All of a sudden, Google trending searches.
Grenada, isn't that a cigar?
No, Gurkha's a cigar.
It used to be Grenada.
That shit's garbage. Oh, shit. Did I just say that? I didn't mean that.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're great.
No, but anyway, so that's my problem with we keep giving money. I'm so jaded. It's going to work out. How much do I really need to know? And I don't want to jade young people. I really don't. Because and those young kids will tell you when we're on, I believe in them. And I really, really do. I look at them and believe those kids are the future. And I
got to tell you, I believe the children are our future.
Oh, you're talking about the song now?
Whitney Houston song.
Yeah, no, Michael Jackson.
No, that's Whitney Houston. I believe the children are our future.
That's Michael Jackson. Look it up. Now, also, check it out, Michael Jackson. Anyway, what else is in the news? You got the Ukraine. Now, just one quick thing for my question on a grenade. So, has Russia took over any cities totally?
Yes and no.
Well,
they haven't governmentally, but they occupy them.
Oh, they occupy. Any of the big cities that I'm thinking?
No. Not the capital, not all the south and the east.
Okay,
which they had part of.
Okay, that's not the Donbass region.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was.
They have that, and they expanded a little in the Donbass region.
That's
which it borders Russia.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's
southern eastern side of Russia.
Actually, northeastern of.
And Kherson was the biggest city that they invaded prior and took over.
Good enough. But I think everybody knows about that news. What else is in an international?
Well, I told you about Pakistan flooding.
Okay, we gave him how much? $20 billion.
We gave them $20 billion.
19 billion too much. How come the United States is the one doing it all the time?
I agree with that more than I agree with giving Ukraine money.
Whoa.
You rather give Ukraine money?
No, I agree. We shouldn't give Pakistan nothing, but Ukraine, yes.
Oh, I see.
Really?
That's a little.
Well, I mean, I understand your theory.
You just can't have Russia take over the whole world and do nothing, and then they get that much more powerful.
Yeah, because of natural resources. Exactly. I do agree with that. He's got a great point, and that's geopolitics. My thing is when natural disasters, yes, we are a compassionate nation, and we are a compassionate people. But I think that comes from the people themselves. I think it's hard when you're taking tax money that people can't afford to eat themselves here. And now they're putting money into because they're taxed, and that money's now going to feed people somewhere.
I'd much rather send Pakistan if I had my choice. I'd much rather send them help than money.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like FEMA or something like that. Or
you're not getting cushy Americans to go over there and help Pakistanians out of.
And I know we're bad because we think money's going to solve everything.
How do we even know what they're doing with the money?
I want to call bullshit on something.
Yeah.
You said that we're compassionate people. That's why we're giving fucking money. Fuck that. We want control. We're giving money because we're the big boss, big papa on the block. That's why we're giving money. You want to be the world power? You got to fucking spend the world money. That is why we spend more money on every organization we join with the world. That's why we give everybody fucking money. We give Iran to build fucking nuclear weapons, which they want to fucking blow up the Middle East with. $187 billion? You guys are talking about fucking Ukraine's at fucking war. Send them another 100. They need it. Pakistan, whatever they need. You want to be the world power, you got to send the money. It's not compassion. We're not compassionate. We want control.
I think here's where I
You're
disagree.
100% right. It's not
Okay, I'm going to
compassion.
disagree with both of you. If you ever look at how much money is raised when it goes on the news that is a flood in Haiti, wherever, do you know how much money is raised by Americans, by people?
That's the people.
That's what I said. We are a compassionate people.
Oh, well, we're sitting here in our
Our
fucking
government
cushy couch,
hold on,
eating an abundance of pizza, watching kids starve on TV, so we donate money. But our government doesn't give money because it's compassionate.
I just didn't say that. I just said we are compassionate people.
He says American. He's saying American people are compassionate.
Absolutely. If you're an American, I believe you're compassionate. You know why? Now, the government, I never said was.
Well, it's two different things. The government giving money and us donating
the
money.
The government shouldn't give money. That's what I said.
Right.
I think if you want to get money, you get it from the people who want to give it, because there are people who can't afford it, and they're taking that tax money in any of this shit.
It's a bill
as a donation, and that's what it is. I think is wrong. I just think it's wrong, because I think that should almost be like a voting shit. You know, how many people who can't afford the apartment rents in this area we're at, or a food?
How many kids are starving over the weekend because they don't get lunches at school?
At school,
right.
and now we're giving money. That's tax money. That person paid taxes, whose kid is fucking not getting the right nutrition or whatever. Unbelievable. Now, if you're a rich person and you live out in a nice area, you live in some places we know, and they want to drop $1,000 and give it to them for a combat, there's a lot of ways to do that, and they do. We know
they do. Right?
I was just to say,
I know you do.
I do too, and because it hits me some way or another.
Yeah, same.
But I just don't believe the
mainly
government.
in my write-offs on the tax.
No, but mainly for I don't like the fact that the government's doing it. I just don't. That's giving money away too. I think we spend and give money away. That's part of why I've become so. I'm such a libertarian, or independent libertarian, I call it, because I can't see both parties are fucking spend monsters. Both parties.
Yeah, it's just in their own way. Correct.
Yeah, and it's bullshit.
One spends on the rich,
dying?
one spends on the poor. It's the same shit, though.
Dave, I got a question about Pakistan. Are people dying?
Yeah,
I can imagine.
1,100 are dead so far.
That's not even bad compared to some disasters.
But
But when you look at it on the news, Zach, you're talking about a bunch of shacks and stuff that are floating around. And I mean,
you know, again,
you don't see no homes like.
Again, I'm compassionate. I saw that. I mean,
I'm sure they have neighborhoods like that, but they're not on the news.
But what are we gonna? Let's just start going back to. Let's go to Africa and every little thing and every famine.
There's a lot of problems in the world. You know, if you really want
the thing. You can't get your hands involved in every problem.
That's my issue.
If
the people want airtime, I'll give you that.
If you want to allocate money to something to do good for somebody, all you got to do is take out a magnifying glass and start looking at the U.S. map.
Absolutely.
Every state has a crisis of one kind or another.
Housing,
no question.
food.
Something, yeah.
You're right. And our prison system. Right. Let me always bring that in.
Homeless. A lot of
homeless,
different
prison system. There's a lot of things we can really become more compassionate about.
And you know, when we're fighting about defunding the police, meanwhile, we're sending billions and billions of dollars outside the country.
Thank you.
I mean,
you know, that's why
right
any agency that tells me that they can't, you know, we don't have the money for body cams, bullshit. Bing, bing, the bullshit meter hits. Right. It's a Mark Cuban thing. He fucking figures it out on a Shark Tank. He calls bullshit. I call any police department, said they don't have the money, bullshit. Any police department. I'll fucking have the chief on. I guarantee it. I worked with them. I worked with the cops organization.
And if you work for a police department and they said that there's none, give Larry a call.
You will be on here so quick your fucking head is spin.
If they don't have any, they could get it from the government.
Of course. You know, yesterday we had a discussion with a friend of ours who's a councilman now. He was on this show. And at first he goes, yeah, you know, because I was pretty instrumental in getting Palm Bay police cameras.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so he goes, yeah, I go,
it cost Palm Bay. How much money?
He goes, it was $3 million. I said, no, it wasn't, Pete. He goes,
$5 million. He said,
no. He goes, whatever, $3 million something. He goes, no, it cost us. I said, no, it didn't cost you. So you got that money. The government gave you that money. Now it's going to cost you to have a guy monitor it in storage and, you know, maybe block people's faces out. An IT guy, you know?
Right.
And that's all they need. And he gets on his phone, starts looking shit up. Oh yeah, you're right. We got the money from blah 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 blah.
There's always somewhere
from
to
the
get
COVID relief package.
Any fucking thing, there's money you will get.
It's always government money that they got.
Again,
They didn't out tax. Well, our taxpayer money actually paid it federal.
But could
tax.
you imagine if they say they
all
can't
paid.
get money? If they say and we're giving like is it 20 billion to Pakistan, 1 billion here, 11 billion here, 5 billion here, and we can't do something for our own. It's all
the
politics.
cost of being the boss, though, man. You got to spend the money.
I hear you, but I don't like it. And I don't.
I don't necessarily.
You go to the legit bosses. I go to the old time fucking criminal bosses. They would say fuck it. Now the government bosses, they're smart. Let's keep doing it because we're all lying in our pocket. We'll do this and we'll look like heroes.
There's a lot of shit you don't even know about.
Of course not.
And there's a lot of shit we will never know
that
about.
we all don't know about?
And to be perfectly honest, I could give a bigger fuck if we're the world leader. I just want to live a good life here in the United States, take care of our own citizens. I don't give a fuck about being the world leader. I think it's a title. It does nothing for us.
Thank you. I said that to someone else.
100%.
Did you know the happiest country, one of the happiest countries in the world, is Finland? And they just had a study. The happiest country in the world. I mean, and they talk about, forget their taxes, that's the best way to qualify a country to live in. Who's the happiest country? Survey the people. Who's the happiest? If they're the motherfucking happiest, that means they're doing everything, or as much right to keep them. You can't get any happier. There's no other money thing, whether they take every dollar you have and give you this or not. Whatever it is, they're happy.
Civilian mindset is everything.
Exactly. I mean, I'm happy because I like to work. I like to do things. I like to grow. And the challenges we're doing.
Americans are they are not happy.
No, for the most part.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. And
I am.
No, Dave, again, you got to that point. A lot of people struggle in different ways, and I understand it.
That's
and
part of life, struggling.
I think they don't. I didn't know
That's
that.
the American mindset right there. Part of life is struggling.
A little bit.
It might not. It might not be.
That's what I was saying.
It might
when
not
you're
be.
younger, you think it is. Now you look back when you were younger and you go, man, shit. It didn't mean anything. It didn't, it was a time. Yeah, I've enjoyed, you have a lot of fucking memories and fun.
Doc, everybody has to struggle a little.
Okay. Well,
You don't
why?
have to.
You don't
You
have to.
struggle.
No, but
I don't know how much a guy.
How much struggling does Trump have in his life?
a lot now.
I'm just using somebody we know.
No, I was just going to say,
life.
how about you take a Bill Gates kid? I don't know how much struggling that kid's going to do.
You know what? I've actually read an article.
Yeah, he's
somewhere
only
years
leaving him $5 million.
Yeah, the rest is going to his small
Yeah,
$5 million.
but no, they got like
but those
$5
kids are on
million
their
in
feet.
education. $5 million. My point is that the best of the best, and the connect. I would just want his fucking Rolodex. I don't need anything else. I need Bill Gates' Rolodex.
Right, because you'll fucking rob them all.
No, because with that kind of connections, everybody. Listen, unless you're fucking just an idiot and then you don't belong to have money, that's a whole different animal. Besides that, okay, we did that. David, anything in the news besides that?
Any world
Now,
news, one more thing. England today, this afternoon, as a matter of fact. Today is Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. Today is, I forgot her name. Her last name is Tess, I think.
Boris Johnson stepped down.
Boris Johnson stepped down, and they reelected this, for the third time in the country's history, a lady. Tess, her name is. And she got approved, and she met the Queen this morning.
Okay, now why does she have to meet the Queen?
I don't know why she has to either.
Semantics, politics.
I know. The lady's 96, I think, 95 or 96.
But they're having a new prime minister this afternoon,
Shaking hands, kissing
which is
babies.
big news because they're a powerful country. England is.
Oh, no question that, that I call, I guess, our mother country, if you really want to look at it.
Whoa.
what
You
it
just
is.
pissed off a whole bunch of Americans.
Well, probably I did. The ones that just don't like that, too.
Last time they were here, they burnt the White House down.
No, they did a lot of things, but they also fucking gave us a history of our government and the formation of a government, how to do it or how not to do it. We didn't take, and that was all George Washington. George Washington could have kept the title as king. Actually, people don't know the history of that, and he didn't. And matter of fact, no president went for more than 2 terms until Roosevelt in he first started in 1939. But it's amazing he went 4 terms. There was no law. Now there's actually a law.
What year
for
did that
president.
law come?
After
2-term
Roosevelt.
president.
After Roosevelt. So all the history of our country.
So he did
Jefferson,
60
Washington, Lincoln, all of them never. No, he died in office, and then Truman took over, but he was on his.
So he did it
fourth term.
like for 13, 14, 15
Yeah.
years?
He
put a
1945,
chicken in every-
1936 to 40.
He put a chicken in every coop, right? Or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, he was really instrumental in a lot of things. Don't go, he the firefight shots and all that. He actually was probably one of my
So
most
he was
modern.
president during World War I.
No, World War II. World War II ended in 1945 after we dropped the bomb.
Right.
And he was in for fucking 12 terms from 1933.
Well, 39 he died?
Let me tell you, presidents. We had a pretty bad president.
What year did Roosevelt
Herbert
die?
Hoover. After Herbert Hoover, Roosevelt beat him. And that was after the Depression. Depression happened in 1928. And then we can go on how long ago. Some people say 4 years, some 8 years. It went all the way, technically, to World War I, which is when the economy went crazy after the Japanese Pearl Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941. So all
It's
of
a
that,
little history lesson that comes with this news.
well, just a little quick history on that and the president. But it's amazing that all the presidents up until Roosevelt never even ran. There was no law that says they couldn't, but never ran. Now, a lot of them had 2 terms.
Question.
Yeah.
What year did Roosevelt die?
1945, 44, 45.
So he was president during World War II.
I said World War II.
And won.
No, World War I ended in 1919.
Okay.
It's done. Don't go over there with me. World War One.
He's just asking you a question.
I know, but I mean, I thought everybody knew World War One was 1917.
Just because you fucking spent your entire fucking prison thing reading law and history,
Encyclopedias.
you know, this fucking guy is reading the encyclopedia and then coming over here. Why don't you know?
You're right. I did that in prison. I made money on that.
You did?
Oh, actually,
so like
soup,
trivia?
You know, like trivia. Soup.
Yeah.
I was good at trivia.
History wasn't my subject.
Yeah.
His sports, but anyway,
My subject was gym. That was my best subject. I'm an athlete.
Which one do you? I don't know which one to write
that was
for that.
good.
You know, that was funny. But
that was good. Anyway, okay, that's the world news. I just don't get. I don't get the Queen.
I got another big world
I
news
got
story.
one. I don't get the Queen. I mean, I get it. I get that formation, but you know, and they kept it. And obviously, what people don't know, she's also the head of state of Canada, of a lot of countries down south. I think New Zealand. I'm not sure if it's Australia as well. I
Canada?
think so. Yeah. Oh, Canada for sure.
But she's only the Queen of England.
No, but she's the head of state.
She's not even the Queen of the
She's the head
UK.
of state for Canada because it was one of their providence. Like she was the head of state of the United States. Even in when
She
we
got
left.
no say though. I mean,
Well, I don't even understand what.
Believe it or not, if she
I know what
can't-
her title is, but what is she?
she's the head of state.
But what does that mean?
That's a
Does she make
figurehead.
any laws? Does she? She don't do.
I
nothing.
don't know the whole entire history, but
Exactly.
there is more to it.
she has her own army. The people with the big.
Yeah,
the
you're
long
right.
hands,
That's
yeah.
right. The Swiss Guards. Now, what happens also does the Vatican. Mm-hmm. So
right.
what happens is with the Queen is she comes to all the ceremonies. I don't know how that works. She's been a queen since she's the longest serving queen, over 70 years.
I know she was a queen at 30 years old or
26,
whatever it is. Yeah.
26.
Long time.
26
And she's
years old.
98 or
96,
something.
26,
whatever.
70, or 97, 26.
She ain't got long, man.
No, come on. Hey, look at her
Her
now.
husband just died at 99 years old.
100, was it 100 or 99?
99 a
Yeah.
year ago about.
Yeah, he's right. Prince Philip. And so anyway, that's gone on. So now I just don't
Who's
believe
the
it.
heir to the throne?
Andrew.
For her?
Andrew, Prince Andrew.
He is the king now.
No, he's not the king. Oh, he is the king.
well, the father
Since
died.
the father died, he's the king.
And the queen's going to be his wife.
When
this-
she
in
dies,
this-
yeah.
No, when yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
but
fucking monarchy is weird.
yeah, it's a family lineage thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's why I call royalty. You have,
I just
and
couldn't
that's why-
imagine that being our government.
Me
today.
either, and that's all they call. That's why I call you have royal blood.
But I don't even know what they do as far as the government.
Well, David, they at the time, listen, back in the day, if you really want to go history,
No,
they ran
now,
fucking.
today.
You had like Rome, they had an emperor. It's just a
But
title.
today, what do they do?
Well, it's a head of state. So that means is we have head of states. Maybe they advise on certain two things. I don't know the deepest, but it's called. If you look it up, it's called the head of state. And you can even look it for Canada.
So can she tell the prime minister what to do?
Yeah, I'm sure she could, and
no
then he
way.
could tell her go fuck herself.
Yeah, right,
You know
right.
what I mean? She could
She
do
could
anything
try.
she
Yeah,
wants.
she could give him a call.
But as everything knows, she has such political clout. If she came out against someone, they might have a recall election, and he loses his.
Wait, a little bird told me that she has control over the parliament.
Oh, okay. Does she actually appoint? No, that they're all
Little
elected.
bird didn't sit by its microphone today, so we can't talk to the little bird.
Oh, okay. The little bird.
The little bird that's on
Okay.
our airplane
Also,
right
what
now?
else you got? What do you got international? Let's keep it going.
Oh, international.
It's a news
but
show.
Over the weekend, you heard about the 10 stabbings in Canada and 15 people injured, went to the hospital. 2 nutjob brothers went and stabbed, I think, some Indian village or Cree or some.
They're on Cree Nation.
Yeah, it's a different nation or Cree
Wait, they
nation.
went after natives?
They went after everybody. It seemed like.
Well,
is
it
what they
seemed
said.
like, according
some
to
of them were targeted and
Right.
others weren't.
Correct.
So maybe they covered up like a hit by killing 10.
Do you know one of the brothers was found dead? One of the brothers yesterday morning was found dead, and according to the news, according to the thing, they said he died of not self-inflicted wounds.
So somebody killed him.
Somebody killed him. They're not sure if it was
Maybe
the
the
other
brother.
brother. They're not sure.
Have
if
they
was,
caught the other brother?
Not yet. But he is injured. They say.
You know where they should look for him?
Yeah, in
Florida.
the weeds, in the weeds somewhere. He's
No,
probably dead.
No, Florida.
Half of Canada's here right now. So
I said he'd come out Florida. He'd fit right in, eh?
you said, hey, listen, bud. Listen,
Hey.
You said something, and I don't want to skip over it. I think you're right. I've never heard of this story until just now, so I know what you guys have said so far. But you said something. You said they're covering up a hit.
Well, you know,
The fact that one of them was found dead, not self-inflicted, and the fact that the other one still, I think they took down some other people to clear a family.
yeah, it could have been a
job.
lot of things. I don't know how deep they are. They didn't seem that, they were two younger guys. I don't know how
Are they going to
deep
ban knives in Canada now?
No. Yeah, yeah. Well, they already
It
had.
just amazed me that 25, 10 were dead and 15 were injured. Good. That it was done with knives and not a machine gun. or
Yeah, I mean,
something, you know what I mean?
how does
All
it
stabbings.
How does it? If somebody tried to stab us, we're all jumping them.
Right.
I mean, we're
Yeah,
not
if
all
a guy
going to
walked in here with a machete
everybody.
right now, he might kill one of us.
So
but
in Israel, they
the
do
other
that all
three
the
are
time. The terrorists, they do that all the time. They'll attack people in the middle of the street with knives. They get 1, 2. You know,
Yeah,
they
and
get an
then
old
they get
lady. They go
killed.
after an old lady, cause
and then they
fucking-
get killed, I'm sure.
and then they get fucking shot because people got guns.
Shot
in
or
Israel.
beat to death or whatever.
Whatever.
Right, and I agree with that. All right,
That's all for
that's
world
national
news.
world news. Because the news is fun today.
It's always
Let's go to United States.
Well, Trump got a victory over the weekend.
no, what
was
victory
his
of what?
victory?
He filed a motion in court with a federal judge that he wanted a special master to look at 11,000 documents that were taken from his house by the FBI. He's saying some of them are privileged, personal, attorney-client privileges, which the argument is you don't have anymore because you're not a sitting president.
You always have attorney-client privilege. Always.
That's not what they're saying. They're not saying attorney-client privileges. They're saying executive privileges.
Oh, that's a whole different thing.
Like,
yeah. Of course he does. He's a civilian. He's a regular
Right,
citizen right now.
But the judge did.
But
say,
even a regular citizen
the
has
judge
attorney-client
did
privilege.
say that she's going to appoint a special master to go over these things and see what the government could use and what the government
Okay,
can't
question
use.
for you. It means shit, right? Because the government already looked at these
They already
documents.
looked at the
fuck are they
11,000
doing?
documents.
This is the biggest waste of government money.
It's a stall tactic.
It's a
all
stall
it is.
tactic, or maybe you got to remember he wants to know what it is that they're looking at and what it is that they consider important.
He wants to know
It's very
who-
important for
But hold
whatever.
on,
He
there's
wants to know who
11,000
ratted them.
documents.
Yeah.
They looked at every one of them, so you can't say which ones they wanted to look at.
No. They look
But
at it.
whatever-
Whatever you did,
But whatever the special master takes out of the 11,000, they cannot use against them. They cannot bring them to a grand jury, or they cannot.
Of course,
indict-
they are special.
They're taken out. The special master said they're not allowed to use them.
Right.
Now there's going to be a big debate on who to get the special master because they have to have top secret clearance.
Define
There's
the
top
special
secret
master.
information area.
He's a special process. Instead of having the attorney general do it, which is under a
They can have a
Democratic-
neutral party.
that is voted on by Congress to pick. Congress, either
I don't
Senate,
know
probably
about
a Senate.
Congress.
Probably a Senate.
But both groups, like Trump's and the DOJ, have to agree upon the special master.
Yeah.
Which could be a problem in that. They can't agree on the day.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't say it is not.
You're right. They can't agree on the weather. That's absolutely true.
You know what I mean? So but this Friday they're supposed to have their briefs to the judge to about the special master.
I got you.
How long a time they're going to give them? Who's it going to be?
I mean, to look at the documents. Now, can I, let's just fill everybody in quickly, and I mean a quick answer. What is he being charged with? Or what was he indicted for?
Nothing yet.
No.
He hasn't been indicted yet.
Oh, he has not been indicted. He has not been charged. What are they investigating him for?
What was the warrant over?
Right. Well, what are they investigating him for? That they had enough probable cause to get a warrant.
Obstruction of justice and espionage.
Wow, a sitting president. Well, what would have been a sitting president because he took him while he was president.
Right.
Top secret, classified 11.
You know, I did
or
look at
whatever.
one thing I saw, and it had that they had him on film, if I'm correct. Tell me, of other people looking at these documents.
They found documents, Benz. They found documents, top secret documents, the folder, top secret, with empty papers in it. So where's all those documents that were inside that?
I wouldn't put it past Trump to take a fucking full folder that says secret on it
And flush it down the toilet.
No, and just put a bunch of fucking blank pages in it just to fuck
with people.
It's too late now because the FBI.
I'll tell you.
Now they can write whatever they want on those papers. Say what? What? They can do that. They can literally say we found this and there's nothing you can do about it. It's the FBI we're talking about.
Here's the problem with that. At this level.
Okay.
No, 3 can keep. I got a shirt on that says it right.
3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead.
And it'd take more than 3 people to do that.
I know, but
I'm not a big believer in that mega conspiracy.
Enough people are trying to hang Trump.
Again, but there's enough people not trying.
That's true.
That's
true, right? And you never know who's on the other side of the table.
Exactly. And listen, they found out about Trump doing this by one of his friends or somebody dropped the dime that's on his inner circle.
The big thing Trump wants to do, he wants to get the indictment, he wants to get everything out in the open, because in the indictment, in the warrant that the DOJ gave to the judge, it names of the people who told on Trump where the documents were. They had a warrant to go into specific rooms, not just Mar-a-Lago. They were only allowed to go into 3 rooms and his safe. And they believe...
Well, they had to have had probable cause.
Yeah, a judge had to sign off on this one.
They believe it could have been Jared Kushner who told on.
Well, again, you hear it all
that's a rumor.
The news is a rumor.
I can tell you it's Ronald McDonald. I mean,
it's somebody. No, it's somebody in his very inner circle.
That might be, but
they knew exactly where the shit was. So I'll agree with that.
And maybe Kushner doesn't.
They looked at him.
They're blaming the Jew. I don't like that.
And they looked at him. Okay, Benz, there's your Jew joke for the day.
Just can't fucking skate a whole day without a Jew joke.
I said they're after the Jew. Why accuse the Jew?
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying anything derogatory.
I mean,
do you think I'm saying you're a Jewish man? Am I saying anything derogatory?
You're not.
Nobody's accusing him.
Well, you just said you just did that.
You might have accused them.
They're not accusing him. They said it might be him.
You ever hear? Did you ever hear the accusation is as worst or as bad as the crime?
I heard a rumor. David is having sex with fat 400-pound women all over the fucking place and got 2 pregnant. You heard that rumor?
It's true.
And now he admitted it. There you go. So
the only lie, they weren't 400 pounds. They were 420.
Oh, it's tough.
420.
420. Everybody loves 420 on this show.
Apparently Dave does too, just the wrong 420.
Speaking of that, you remember the biggest underwear thing in Alaska?
Coast Guard, yeah.
Coast Guard.
I did all that shit all the time.
What's this? You want to share with us?
Well, it was we used to call it up. Again, I don't want people to be derogatory, so I'm a different person. I always am.
Oh, let's go on to the news.
No, we used to have a hogger contest.
Throw it out. Yeah, okay.
We had a hogger contest. That means anybody who came back with the biggest panties to the ship or our station won a case of beer. We used to put up a case of beer, man. Like in Cortez, we put up, I did like 7 or 8 of us. So you get 8 cases of beer if you win. I came back with a girl's panties, 58. At the time, I weighed 135 pounds. So the lady was at minimum double and maybe triple my weight. Maybe just 340.
Did you get them at Sears?
No. I got them on the beach. I actually had sand between the crotch, too. It ripped my dick up a little bit. Because, we were fucking. I don't know if I got the whole.
Oh, you actually
had to pick up some broad
and fuck her,
and bring her
you don't just
underwear.
bring the panties.
Speaking of Jews,
you don't go to the store and buy them.
I would have Jewed the whole situation.
Yeah, that's what a Jew would do.
Listen, a case of beer, $10.
This is awful.
The fucking cheap pair of fat panties, $3, dude. It's the best case of beer I ever got. Business, baby.
They had to be
for
stored
7 cases of beer. Where's the closest store that sells women's underwear?
See,
the big tall woman.
I'll never pay for a beer.
How could you do that? Because all I start asking you about is how did it feel and everything that happened, and you ain't gonna know. You lose because everybody there did it.
Listen, some people are really.
Some of them brought them back with the tag on them, still, right? And then returned them.
That's the fucking Jew thing to do. Get your beer, then return the fucking panties.
Win the beer.
Why are we? This is getting off the rails. Talk about off the rails. I don't know why. Why the Jew jokes?
I don't know. Go ahead. Well, you're the one who started with the underwear.
You started with the whole Jew thing.
You
What?
started.
I just
he
said they're
brought the
blaming
underwear.
the Jew. That's all I said.
All right, I'm gonna take the reins.
No,
here, so let's go back to the news.
we
Kid.
all
Hey, we
gotta
didn't
take
even
the-
talk about sports.
No, wait.
That's
Yo, hold on. In sports, NFL's coming back.
Let's start first with LIV Golf.
No, we're not going to start with LIV because that's it. We're going to start with what else is in the national. More than Trump, there's fires in California.
Fires.
Pretty bad, right?
Yeah, well, the drought. There's a drought in California and a heat wave, and of course, like California always gets fires, and they're kicking up now.
And I'll tell you what, the next goal, if you're a young person, if you're 15 or you're 18, 20, 25 watching this show or listening to this show, buy stocks in water companies and distillation companies because in 20 to 30 years, like ships can do, they could take salt water and make fresh water out of it. It's called distilling, something like that. I'm not great with
Distilling.
It's distillation plants. They call them on ships. Salinations, whatever the fuck it is. Go look. We're putting salt water.
Making salt water fresh.
We
water.
are having such a drought and water. You people have no idea now. Even Florida, I found out from our councilman that 3 of the 11 wells in the state of Florida, in the county of Brevard, city of Bombay.
Right.
3 out of 11. They have 11 deep wells that supply all the water to the state.
Palm Bay.
Palm Bay. 3 of them had to be shut down because they had a salt water seep into them, meaning they hit the water table of that.
Right.
And they're
It's
shut
drying
down.
up down there.
And that's water prices. Now, this is on somebody on the end knowing that's this down the line. This is Florida. We get a lot of rain, a lot of stuff. Now, you take California, wherever it is, they're not getting to get these droughts and less rain and everything else. We're having a water crisis, and I'm hoping, and I always believe this. The guy Bill Gates who cured polio around the world, Bill Gates. I mean, what a fucking legacy.
Paid for it, but
My point is, he put the money and the reason, and he's in it. That guy knows his shit. If you ever listen to that fucker, holy shit. Anyway, talking about him, he came up with a thing for that. The hardest problem with that was actually getting the vaccinations to places in the world that didn't have electricity and had to keep the medicine cold. That's what people know. I watched the great.
He had a lot to do with the COVID vaccine too. He's into all of that.
Oh man. Anyway, and I think he and the brains to be and the young people are going to come up with ways to figure this thing out and make a, and I really do with climate change. That's why
They're going to have to laugh.
I am so sold. I'm so calling bullshit on climate change, and not climate change. There's total climate change. I'm not an idiot, but the way the United States is handling it, I'm calling
It's going about
fucking straight bullshit. I now see why people saw stuff before me. We alone will never fix it. I mean, it's a world crisis. China and India have between them 2.7 billion people. The United States has 350 million people. We are not going to fucking change this alone.
Not if they're not helping.
Absolutely. I mean, Ocasio-Cortez, what a moron. You tell me that fucking cows fart and are going to stop this fucking thing or whatever the fucking methane that they're producing. We less meat now, less this. It's all red herrings for businesses because people are making billions and
less
billions
meat, more farts.
It's just, yeah, that's true.
You let them live a full term, they're gonna,
Yeah,
you cut them up and make a steak
fart
out
is
of
worse. I don't know.
Greenhouse gases are the real reason, so she's not off there.
No.
The problem, her solution is fucking ridiculous.
Lunatic.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Lunatic.
She's kind of dumb. We already know that.
Listen, I don't buy that because anybody who wins an election is not dumb. They want it. And they have to surround themselves with good people.
No. Just because people voted for her doesn't mean she's not dumb.
No, I said she's not. Here's why she's not. She might be dumb. She might have a low IQ even.
But the people around her,
don't.
They make her better.
And those people.
The problem is she's the fucking mouth. She's the one yapping off with all the bullshit. And she doesn't know half the shit she's talking about.
I did not say there's not a person to blame. Obviously, in a company, if things go bad, I get blamed. If there's a company, with anything.
And in her side, it's her, right?
Absolutely.
It's her name on the table.
That's why Biden
Joe
gets blamed.
Schmo and Jill sitting by her, that means nothing.
I agree. Even though they're strong influencers.
They're the only ones getting her done, right? I mean, they're putting up the stuff they want the locals to see.
Absolutely.
They're the ones getting her vote.
That's behind the scene politics, it's called,
sure.
obviously. And it is there. And
Pete
it
was
is
talking
everywhere.
about that a little bit. The councilman that was on the show, he said, I may have won, but it was a team effort. He said there was 11 people on his team that if it wasn't for them, he wouldn't be there. Just to kind of show you what we're saying.
And that's local shit here. Imagine The biggest shit.
This is local shit over there in fucking New York. She got the first time she got in. I think it was only 11,000 votes.
What I'm getting at is
I'm pretty sure.
No. Not New York City.
New
Or
York
maybe
City.
she won by 11,000.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah, maybe that.
But forget. It's the people that somebody should. I always think level heads should. We all understand there's more people. But listen, does Biden run the government? No. Does Biden pick who runs the divisions and partners?
Yes.
And is Biden then held accountable?
Yes.
By the voters and should be, as was Trump. I think Trump had. I don't think they were Trump's ideas. Trump was the biggest Democrat when I knew him. Then he was the biggest Republican. He's just wherever the wind blows.
Whoever was going to put him in the seat, that's who he was going to go
and
with.
listen, I
He
get
did.
that part. But as much as you could say Trump put some good people with ideas, whether it was, is the wall a good idea? That's still questionable. Is the pipelines a good idea? Obviously, a lot of people do believe they are. Some people don't.
I'm not going to take a stance on that subject.
Okay. My point to you is, no matter what it is, he's got to put some people. Is he an idiot for fucking talking and texting and keep getting himself in trouble? Of course.
If he just shut the fuck up.
Even foul, maybe a little.
Trump would be a good president if he didn't have a tongue.
Well, I mean, then he couldn't lie either, so I guess you're right.
Yeah.
His problem is he
He had some good ideas with the immigration, with this, with
Yeah.
that, with
Immigration for sure.
yeah. I mean, I like some of his policies. Every time his lips were moving, I couldn't stand the guy.
he came from a world where his checks and balances were him.
Yeah.
And then the checks and balances became other people. People either above him, below him, or the people voting for him. He didn't like that. So he spewed out lies and he got caught.
100%. Now we're not going to get on
Exactly.
we're not going to get on a Trump one way or the
All right,
other.
let's keep up to the news.
National, anything national besides that?
No, national, we're done. Oh, national, it's just sports.
Oh,
Come on.
well, that's not sports. We're going to go weather. We know about it. So fucking Florida's hot.
California.
Fucking California's water. No, not hot, beautiful.
No
but
mass
no water.
murders this weekend or nothing.
Oh wow, pretty cool.
I mean,
only
yeah,
in Canada.
Only in Canada. That's
that was two of
international.
our guys. We trained them down here in Florida. We have a training camp, a school shooting training camp here in Florida, in Central Florida,
For what?
for shooting schools. They went here. They took the class. They went to Canada.
Oh.
Of course, I'm
Well, that-
fucking around everybody.
This wasn't even a school.
It must be because it wasn't even a school.
Right, well, they flunked school. They flunked.
It was a mob hit or something like that. It was a family
I do
hit.
believe that.
And dude, you hit it right on the head. And it took you
Somebody's
seconds.
covering up something.
Oh, for sure. Other people died just to cover up the pattern.
Yeah, I
the
mean, it
pattern.
could be just like they even say a lot of people conspiracy theorists are saying the guy in L.A. Out the window. A lot of people said he was CIA or whatever, and they killed somebody out there, and then they whacked up, shot up the whole place.
What are you talking about? I'm lost.
The shooting in L.A. that killed 49 people and injured hundreds.
How long
during
was
a
this?
concert a couple of years ago? Not even.
Oh, not
out
LA.
the window.
Are you talking
I said
about
Vegas.
It was
Vegas.
Vegas.
You said LA.
You said LA.
Did I really?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Okay, Vegas. Yeah.
For
Was
some
it-
reason, I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah, you did.
Once
I
you
saw it.
said shooting out the
Well,
window.
I don't know how many you get 49 killings. Pulse wasn't even. Was it close? Pulse was a big.
High, man.
It was close.
Fucking
Yeah. Anyway, they killed. I think it was 4. Whatever. It was a lot of people. A lot of people believe that he shot one person and then just went crazy with the others, and just made it into a mass thing. And he ended up getting killed. And it was
So
a
they're
suicide
saying-
mission too.
They're saying the one he shot, he wanted to kill.
Right. I mean, that's, again, it's conspiracies. It can be. How much do you believe? Again, I don't believe many because
Never
of
know,
my
'cause
shirt.
he was dead, right?
Conspiracies just have a title. Otherwise, they're opinions.
Wasn't
Right,
he-
oh, absolutely. That's a good
Wasn't
line.
it- wasn't
That's
he
my
fi-
shirt says it all everywhere right there.
Did he kill himself, that guy?
I don't. Yes, I think. I don't know if they barged in and
think
shot him or they killed. It might have killed himself.
So basically, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, so they don't know exactly what he
Like I
was
said, that's
trying
why
to
it's
do.
You're on the
opinion.
news every day. You would know if he was alive.
Yeah,
You'd see
it'd be
the
fucking
trials.
It's 2-3 years ago, at least.
No, whatever it is. Okay, Dave. Anything else? I got something.
Sports.
Well, we're gonna jump to sports because we're gonna jump in
Boy, have we been sitting on the edge of our seat for sports.
because Larry's gonna go off like a motherfucker. But you tell me about golf.
Oh, LIV Golf was great this weekend. DJ, an American, won for the first time out of the 4 LIV Golf tournaments, an American won, and it was Dustin Johnson.
How much did he win?
$4.75 million.
In 3 tournaments, how much did he win?
10.1 or whatever, 10 million.
10 million bucks.
10 million.
And he has a chance. Now, this man,
3 tournaments. He came in. 4 tournaments have been played. The first tournament, he didn't even sign up with LIV Golf. He came over for the second tournament, played the second, third, and fourth. Not only did he get $125 million just to come over to LIV Golf, he won $10 million since.
okay, now I'm going to give him some numbers better.
Don't change.
He got a signing bonus. I mean, his upfront money was $62.5 million.
Half of the...
He got that money up front. So that check already he got. It's in the bank. Now he already made $10 million.
So he's $70 million in.
Yeah, he's all wait, and he's got another $62.5 million coming in a year or two. Or whatever however they pay off.
Whatever.
They pay off. Now he's got $10 million, and at the end of the year, the top 3 LIV Golf winners.
Point leaders.
They have points. This whole system. It's unbelievable. People got to go to. The winner gets $18 million, and if he wins the tournament, another $4 million. So he has an opportunity to win in $22.75 million on the last tournament if he wins. $22 million, and plus his 10, that would put, and that's not counting the next 4 tournaments or 3 tournaments left, because they did 4. That's 8 tournaments. Another 4 tournaments left. If he ever comes in it, he has a chance at all those makes $72 million, $82 million, $92 million, over $100 million, not counting $62 million left.
Not counting
coming.
the signer's bonus.
Signing bonus. In fact, people who are not, these players came. If anybody has not watched this thing, you have to go on YouTube and watch Harold Varner's. Harold Varner III is a golfer who signed, came over. He got a $15 million bonus. That's all he got. But he came over.
I thought it was 10.
No, he got 15. Is what it said, approximately 15. And the biggest thing about what I read about that young man, and I watched his interview, is this. He comes from a poor family. He says, I needed golf to go play college because I couldn't afford it.
For a scholarship, he played
scholarships.
golf. Yeah.
He needed a handout to go play golf, like in one of these foundation stuff.
He couldn't even afford the golf, so he got...
he got everything for, because he worked the system. He's a great guy. Then he goes, I did one. I could have been. He went to all the majors and all that kind of. That's a big deal.
As a professional,
professional,
now, right.
And he says, I made this decision because he goes, I want my children not to have to go through what I went through. This is called forever money. It's for my life. It's for my kids.
His exact words, Lau, was, I'm not playing for trophies. I'm playing to set my family up for their life, my kids.
Honest.
Money. He's playing for money. Which anyone who says they're not playing for the money.
Especially that kind of money.
Nobody's playing for, a dust collector or a trophy. I mean, they'll get that. But they want the $10 million check along with it, or $5 million or whatever.
Like anything else, right?
Well, it really is. Here's the big thing,
he came out and told it like it is.
The big hurdle right now, LIV Golf is here to stay. And again, in my opinion, Jay Monahan from the PGA Tour should be fired. He should be fired very quickly by the players. He got players. He's got the Rory McIlroys, the Tiger Woods, the Jack. This kind of stuff. They're traditionalists. But you know how much bullshit tradition is? Let me give it to you straight. Golf. They used to play in fucking ties in the 1800s, in the early 1900s. Let's bring fucking ties back. Do you know to LIV Golf, they wear shorts? Why not? Talk climate change.
They just started that this tournament.
Yeah, it's 100 fucking degrees out, and you don't want to let a guy wear shorts. For what tradition is this?
Plaid pants and a sweater.
Yeah, and we didn't have back then in the 80s and in Scotland when all the tradition came out. It was cold up in Scotland. It was cold. They played, had a tie. They kept their neck warm. They played. It was loose enough. There were reasons. Now there should be reasons. The PGA Tour is so stuck on fucking stupid that the leader of that tour should have been fired after he mentioned the 9/11 thing. In my opinion, I really mean it. He should have been fired that day.
Monahan.
Lad, it's not a sport in the country that
hasn't changed.
That doesn't change with time.
Football,
baseball, hockey, soccer.
They're changing today to next year. Baseball's coming out with a clock.
A time limit for pitches, like, to speed the games up. And the DH rule.
The DH rules switched last year.
So many things have changed. Even the equipment. Well, equipment's changed in golf, but none of the rules have. Like, you can wear shorts now. Or like LIV Golf is doing.
Yeah, LIV is doing all the things I think the people needed and wanted.
And even the players. And you know what? The PGA is going to follow them. And they're going to have to follow.
Well, here's another thing I got pissed at the PGA this week. I just read in an article that next year, of course, they have to change because they're adding $53 million to the purses for the year. Wait a minute. All of a sudden, they found $53 million? What happened in the last 5-10 years?
Went in their pocket.
fucking people's pocket. for
Somebody's
sure.
pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they'll
Association.
say? You know what they're going to say? Well, it was all went to donations. Yeah, well, somebody running a foundation's got a $2 million bonus. I guarantee it's fucking
it
bullshit.
went to donations to exactly offset their tax return. Exactly.
I'm telling
not
you.
a dollar more, not a dollar less.
Absolutely. And now, you're so right. And all of a sudden, this next year, 2023, it's 22-23 season, whatever it is. Oh, they're adding $53 million to purses. Hey, we found $53 million. I'm Jay Money. I'm good. Good. You should have been fired and be investigated for fucking stealing.
So I take it your point, which is very good, is that if there was no such thing as Live Golf, we would have never heard about that $58 million.
53
$53
in 1 year. So
We would have never heard about that.
Never. They wouldn't have did a thing different. They'd have been fucking riding around on their fucking private planes. These are the guys that are all fucking stealing the money from the PGA, from the players.
Not the players. The players are not stealing the money.
And I said they're stealing it from the players.
Right.
Those players are earning. Those top athletes should be making the crazy money. They should be. When you're that good, you should be making that money. Period. You should be making that money.
They're the reason that they're making that money.
Tiger was brought in. Tiger's being, I think, bullheaded. So was Rory Mac. And I'm fans of those guys. Big. He knows. My favorite golfer after Tiger was, Jack, Phil Mickelson, and Rory McIlroy.
You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah. And here's the problem we have with there's no, even LIV, they can coexist. They can coexist. These players are athletes. They're independent contractors. In my mind, they should. You know what gets you? The guy Harold Varner, you know what tournament he won last year? Saudi Arabia. He won the fucking Saudi Arabia.
For the PGA.
For the PGA. Saudi Arabia. Hello.
Fucking
Welcome.
blood money, baby.
You want to talk about, and now all of a sudden they can't do it?
No, when a PGA does it, it's all kosher.
Yeah.
When LIV does it, it's murder money.
It's murder money. And they stuck that shit into players' heads. They fucking gave them that one-sided story. And I'm glad all these here's why I'm pissed about a little bit. And they need to, and I hope the world, somebody from the World Golf, here's all the people. World golf rankings are everything in the PGA, and not the PGA, in the whole golf and around the world, because that's how all the majors bring people in. World golf rankings,
By
rankings. Well, if you can't get points for
Top
playing on the
50
LIV,
right?
And they're playing against the number 2 golfer
That'll
in
change.
the
That'll change.
I think it will.
It will change, and it'll change before next season.
I hope it doesn't. The number 2 golfer in the world just won the fucking British Open. Said, "Fuck you, I'm going to LIV." Number 2 in the world. And the hottest golfer.
They're a force to be reckoned with just based on the golfers they have.
Of course,
They
Dustin
will have
Johnson.
to
They got
And the money they're throwing around.
yeah.
Right now they have all these little sanctions against it. Those aren't going to hold up. They
And-
can't.
And for all
Well,
you
they
folks
did
out
win a
there,
court
for all
hearing.
your listeners, it's on YouTube,
What was the court here?
non-commercial.
Oh yeah. Anybody who understands.
Just go to YouTube and golf and search Live Golf.
David didn't even know. David's the most computer illiterate guy I know. And I mean that. In a loving way. But I said, David, go to YouTube, do this. He found it. And David's 62 years old. So I look at that and say, wow, he can do it. Anybody can. Obviously, we all know how. Most
They
people
know
out there-
that the demo for golf needs it to be easy and simple. And we've been doing it on this thing for so long that now changing something, you really have to come correct. Hence the no ads. And, I'm assuming that in the back, in the board meetings, LIV Golf, they feel the money they're spending, but that's the only way for them to make a fucking statement.
And not only that, you're right.
I
mean,
don't know how much
obviously-
they feel it either.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Listen, they have a lot of
So
money, but a
what-
budget is a budget. You take 100% of anything, and you start cutting into it, a budget is a budget.
You're right. And that makes a lot of point. Because I think, as a guy who knows YouTube, they don't even have where you could subscribe. It's not like a specific channel yet. Once
They're
they do that,
making it easy, and they want to show you this is about you right now.
and the broadcasts on YouTube are as good or better than an NBC, ABC, like you see it on
The
Fox.
fact is, you can catch them anywhere.
They show the
it's not just-
leaderboard 20, the whole show on the left
In other words, they've
side.
taken
everything.
things in the golf world, and so it's not like, you think, it's a production by Larry Lawton. It's a production by fucking the best in the world doing what they do.
Listen, if they're paying that money to the golfers, you can imagine what they pay their editors.
They gave the announcer
videographers,
named David
right?
Faraday, big announcer,
$5 million a year.
$5 million a year just to come over. This is a fucking announcer. Hey, golf here for 8 tournaments.
So you want to tell me he makes more now than the top, than the top 8? Well, I guess other than the top 5% of the PGA,
Correct.
he makes more money than them.
Yeah.
and he's just a fucking
Yeah.
announcer.
And he was a bum golfer. I mean, he won a couple tournaments.
PGA will have to
So
put up.
eight tournaments a year.
Well, I mean, he might be 12 or
All right.
whatever it is.
3 days a tournament.
Yeah.
Not 4.
Not 4. And they take care of your family. They put them up. They have a concert going. There's music on the
More than
ranges.
one concert every night.
And every night they have a concert for young people free to bring them in.
I love the format, too.
Format is what they call shotgun.
Format makes it.
A short shotgun format and team play.
And
they
team
all
play.
play teams.
Team play for $3 million per team.
No, there's $5 million purse for 3 teams.
So you could do great on your own,
$3
but then
million
your
in a
team
win.
could also do great.
You could do shitty. You could come in last place and win three-quarters of $1 million.
More than that, because last place is 120,000. So you're going to make
plus.
870,000 if you're the last
I'll go
player.
shoot my 105 there, no problem.
Exactly. Just be on the right team.
Yeah.
See, that one guy, let me tell you what happened in golf. Anybody know? The guy shoots an 84, 85.
87.
87 the first day. Of course,
17 over at that course.
he's literally last.
This is a professional.
Professional. It happens. Listen, John. So last place. Next day, he shoots 7 under, and he helps his team. His team ends up winning or second.
Second place.
That was like a team, and each player on the team split $3 million. They split $1 million,
1.5 million.
1.5 million.
How many people on the team?
14. 4. So it's 400,000.
Not too shabby
No,
for
no.
having one of the worst golf days of his life.
And now if he was on a winning team because he helped them, because as happened, they had guys on the guys who've won. Dustin Johnson's teams won the team event the last 3 times.
Ever since he came in.
Now they had guys on their team that came in 44th place.
Who selects the teams?
He does. He's the captain.
There's a captain of every team.
So listen to this. So he predicted he's his buddy. He sucked it up. Guy helped him 1 or 2 days. The guy's made already, besides the money, which is minimum of
2.25 million.
2.25 million in team play, shooting, which I could beat.
And a minimum of 120,000 for last place.
For 2 1/4?
And none of them came in last
Already
place.
2.25 million.
Fuck.
Now
For
why?
3 tournaments.
I should have taken golf very early in my
My
life.
point to you is, of course, every golfer is out there for themselves. They got to play for money. They are. Why would you?
It's an
do it?
individual sport at the end of the day.
But
Yeah,
my point,
they're not under contract by the year or nothing like
and
a
not
baseball
is that
player.
right? Well, now in LIV they are. That's
are,
the
right.
difference.
Well,
That's
not all
changing
of
it.
them.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Those
but a lot of them.
contracts are big money. Well, some of them are going there because of the money, but in order to create a draw, you needed to pay the big guns to come over there to make the draw.
Exactly, but not every golfer, not all 48 of them who play are getting a contract like DJ's 125 million.
No. So,
You know what I mean?
some do get money. A lot of
Some
them
are getting
names.
10 million, 5 million, 15 million, but not everyone is getting anything. But everyone's getting a paycheck by the end of the tournament.
Oh, absolutely. If you're playing in that tournament, the minimum you can make is 120,000. 120,000 minimum,
place.
last place.
And no cut.
No, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
for 3 rounds of
for
golf. you make
golfers
120.
out there, they're saying, well, what happened if they don't make that? Well,
There's
this
no
is
cut.
not the PGA.
Not only I tell you money. Guess what athlete made the most money last year, 2022, this year, 2022? What athlete
Can
in the
I
world?
guess?
No, you can't because we looked it up, of course.
Go ahead.
Except Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson got $100 million upfront signed. Hey, thank you for
He got a
joining us.
$200 million contract. He got half of it up front. So he got
Okay.
$100 million.
And then he
I
got
guess endorsements
endorsements
and-
and whatever. He made another $38 million. He made $138 million
Last year.
Last year, the second was Messi, the
Now, next
soccer
year,
player.
of course, he won't get a $100 million check. I guess he'll get increments of the extra 100
Yeah, but
million.
Messi has been making consistent money. You're just looking at him now.
No, of course.
Messi
I didn't
knew.
say, but I didn't
We
say
just said for this year.
for this year.
Right.
What I'm getting at is LIV Golf
Well,
has
last
changed
year.
the landscape of golf because they're making money commensurate with the celebrity status or
With the
the
NFL,
draw.
the NBA,
Right.
soccer
Now they
leagues.
are.
Right.
They weren't. They were being pissed on, literally, by Jay Monahan. And now all of a sudden, and these guys came, the only people that came to Jay Monahan's rescue or speak about him is the guys who are making sick money anyway because they had the endorsement deals. They had and they're the greatest, the 5 greatest guys. Rory McIlroy,
Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods.
they already made their $100 million. Do it. They got guys on that tour who make the top 125. That is the cutoff in golf. That's called the top 125.
Well, that's
the
to get
PGA.
your card for next year.
Right, the PGA Tour. That's just to keep your card, to make you get your own schedule and the things that are important. So now that guys get that. It takes about a little over $1 million of earnings.
Yeah, like $1.2 million now.
With the earnings to get that. Well, in that $1.2 million, you think you get it? First of all, 30, 40% for taxes. Bomb.
Immediately.
How about your agent? How about your caddy? How about your fucking manager?
How about your plane fares?
How about your plane
You make
fare?
$300,000 a year.
Entrance
maybe
fees.
$500,000, whatever. But it's gonna.
What, out of 1.2?
Yeah.
No, you ain't
You
even
got
gonna
to
be
pay the
close to a
taxes. You're at
$500,000.
$500,000. Think
no,
about it.
you're not
Yeah.
getting 700,000 taken out. That's
No,
why they live in
all right, I'm
Florida.
exaggerating.
That's why they live in Florida.
I'm exaggerating, but let's say 50%.
I said 30, even 30.
Larry,
even at
Larry,
30,
let me correct you there. Just because you live in Florida don't mean you pay Florida taxes.
you pay no Florida state tax.
Yeah, if you're
Oh, no,
resident-
Now, listen to me how it works, and I know this from bowlers. If you win a tournament in New York, you're paying New York taxes on that check you get from the tournament.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe that might be true.
That is true. So in other words,
might
if
be
Tiger
true.
wins in Ohio, the
Whatever Ohio taxes is.
whatever Ohio taxes in, he wins $1.8 million for the tournament. He's paying taxes for that.
I think if they're
He's got to give Ohio money for that.
I got you, Dave. I can see that. He will earn that money in that state.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. But that's why they have a lot of
Now, when
tournaments
you
in
do your
Florida.
income tax at the end of the year, yes, they're not paying a state tax on that and all of that. But yes, on that, like when DJ just won in Boston, he's paying Boston tax for $4.75 million.
I'm sure he don't worry about it.
No, he ain't. I mean, listen, be happy, like our doctor friend would say. Hey, I don't mind paying taxes. That means I had a good year.
Right? You
That's
say
how
that.
I feel.
Yeah, you
man.
always say that.
The more taxes you pay, the more money you make.
I don't.
Exactly.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't. But anyway, my point here is the money is there for these guys. Jay Monahan, again, I would love to get. I know golfers. I see them back them. I watch their arguments. I literally watch their
There
arguments.
he
Who
is.
we got? Come on in. Is that Garfield?
Yeah, he opened the door.
Oh, he don't want us
He
anymore.
threw the deuces and left.
What?
Oh,
Did he get my book?
He's going to get the mail.
Oh, my man. Oh, and so in my opinion, with the LIV Golf, everybody knows I support it. I don't really, I have not seen an argument, a great argument. I'm talking about Tiger Woods, the Rorys, and what, when they start this bullshit, well, because the traditional shit, no, tradition changes, things change. Again,
The world
shorts,
changes,
the world,
everything.
hats. Tiger Woods was the first golfer that came on a golf course without a collared shirt. Because of his celebrity status, they let him get away with it. You remember that? No. I remember when he come with just the shirt.
I don't remember that, but
I remember it
believe
totally.
Hey!
Oh, look who it is. It's Garfield. Come on in, buddy.
I got more stuff, so
Oh, you got a lot for me today?
I had to go back and get it.
Wow. You got more for me?
Just leave it on the couch, buddy.
If it comes from an unknown address, it's usually porn. It's something like that. Yeah, it might be a new dildo or something. I don't know.
Holy shit. Anyways, any other
Hey, lad, they even let mailman wear shorts.
Yeah, they got the mailman in shorts. Look at him, everybody, right here. If you come on, you can see him. Come over here, Garfield. Look, he's got shorts on.
You see my legs?
Oh, he's got nice. Oh, yeah, you got nice legs, man.
buddy?
You gonna have a Hennessy today?
What you been, Dave?
Oh, you can't.
He's
You're
on
working.
the. He's on the.
Oh, he's on the clock. You can't work.
What's up, brother?
Oh, okay, yeah, go that way.
So,
yeah.
What other sports are we talking about?
Oh,
other than,
The
big one, baby.
The big one. Thursday night football starts for real. The Buffalo Bills against the Los Angeles
Is
Rams.
that this Thursday?
Thursday night, opening
Who's favorite?
season. Buffalo by 2.5 points.
Ooh, who
Buffalo-
you picking for a pool? We're all in a pool here.
Buffalo.
Who you picking?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, Mr. Mystery.
All right, you know what? I'll tell you that I'll pick Buffalo, but I won't tell you where I put it.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I didn't put it on top. It's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, Garfield.
Yeah,
You're in the shot,
You're in the
and you just kicked the camera.
Garfield, go by the door. Go by the door.
Jeez, the real deal here, baby.
Wow, we got the mailman
Go by
kicking the
door.
cameras
Go by the
around.
door.
I'm
No,
for
he's
one.
right good there.
I'm
He's
for
good.
one extremely excited about the NFL starting.
No.
And you just the whole thing's fucked.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is so fucked up.
All right, and a Super Bowl prediction for the year.
Mahomes.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Eagles, baby. I ain't fucking around.
He's a
We're
fan
going all
of
the way.
these.
We're
You're not
going all
going
the
with your
way.
Giants?
I know Jason's pick.
Jason?
Yeah, the fucking Browns. Womp womp.
No, he's a Louisiana boy.
No, he's not. He's from fucking Youngstown,
Orleans?
Ohio.
Oh, that's right. No.
He's
you're
a
right.
Cleveland
Didn't
fan.
you leave it? You lived in Louisiana. Oh, okay.
Are you an Ohio State fan?
Listen, no Mike, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he should have been over there, man. Why weren't you over there at the
I know,
couch?
it makes no sense. And why wouldn't you bring the mic over if you were going to move?
Talk shit after.
Hey, Larry, also,
good point.
Also, baseball's coming down the stretch now. There's only 30 games left in
Okay,
baseball.
how's the Mets doing?
Mets are only 1 game up now, but they're doing good.
Yeah, it's your team that lost a few to the Nationals. Wow.
Yeah,
How
they
did they do
lost the
that?
last 2 to the Nationals. But we'll see what happens. DeGrom pitches
Last 3?
tonight. No.
Listen, I'll tell you guys something about
They
baseball.
lost 2 out of 3 to the Nationals.
Let me tell you something about baseball. Fuck baseball.
No. America. Apple pie, baseball, and what's the other
No,
one?
it hasn't been true
Coca-Cola?
since 1969.
Is it Coca-Cola?
It ain't what?
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
It ain't what?
Apple pies. What else? I forget.
It's
what
not.
else
It's not like the America pastime. That was in the 90s.
Oh, I
That's it.
don't know.
It's over. It's
I
over.
think attendance-wise, I don't know if they're more of attendance because of amount of games. I
I wouldn't
assume.
know attendance-wise either.
I gotta
Except I
assume
can
it.
tell you the Mets and Yankees always are doing great.
I'll
attendance-wise.
bet
don't
they
know
have
how.
the best attendance at any sport.
Well,
Well,
that's.
because of the amount of games.
what I said.
I'll say this. I said fuck baseball, but I'll say this: the most fun you'll have at the stands is in a baseball game.
No, hockey game.
Hockey. Oh yeah, that's true. Hockey is pretty lit.
Hockey is pretty
That's
good.
true. That's true.
Hockey's the only sport.
If you ever
I
been
think you
to
gotta
Madison
go
Square
to.
Garden and watch the Rangers, go to the Blues section.
I don't like
and
baseball,
you'll
but I
have a
like
good
seeing
time.
the Phillies live. Like I like seeing them at the stadium.
Like I went to the Rockies game.
That's
You
any
people know.
sport. It's a different atmosphere. You can see it better on TV. You can see replays, but there's something about being there.
The
This is
energy,
the
man.
Energy. the
Yeah, you know,
atmosphere.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I believe. We had a camera issue and we think we fixed it.
I
It must have
fixed
been
it.
a battery. You did fix it. It must have been a battery. I'm guessing.
it must have been.
See, anyway, so listen. I love sport. I think sports is a great way to turn your head off. It's amazing that people say, "Man, who do you like?" I go, "Whoever I bet on." But
true. I've heard you say that.
Yeah, you know, I'm really. I have a Met hat. I guess I've been to Met games when they won the fucking World Series. I mean, because we were kids.
You're still a New Yorker by heart.
Yeah, of course I am. I'm by heart and soul. And I'll root for the Yankees if they get there, of course. And I'll root for the Mets. David, I don't know. Will you root for the Yankees if they get there? And the Mets don't?
Depends who they're playing.
Oh, come on. How can you go against anybody but in New York if you're a New Yorker? You're going to vote for Boston?
No, if they were playing Boston.
Well, they
I'd
can't
vote
vote for Boston. What National League team could they play that you would root for besides the Mets? I know the Mets.
Probably none.
Yeah. Me either. That's what it is. I mean, if I don't have any stake in the game.
I mean, do I root for the Yankees? No, but if they're the only team left, I would. Because they're
would.
from New York.
Agree. Is that anything? You got a couple things to say?
I just want to remind everybody about the giveaway. thatbenz.com/giveaway.
Is it in the link right here?
It is
On the Spotify and
on everything,
everywhere.
on
Okay.
everything. So yeah, wherever you're seeing this, the description, go click the link thatbenz.com/giveaway. Give us your name, give us your email, subscribe to 2 YouTube channels.
And you're in.
And you're in. The crookeddiamondcigar.com. I know that you guys are sending me messages. Where do I buy the cigars? The website's not working for me. We are working as hard and as quick as we absolutely can.
And the reason it's not working is us. It's not that there's no technical difficulty. It's a issue with the
tobacco license.
The tobacco license.
Right.
And we can't make that live until we do. And it's happening right
It's
after
going to
the
happen
show.
this week.
After the show, I got yelled at already.
I know we talk a lot of shit here, but everything we do is legal and is right on, and
Oh,
this
absolutely.
isn't any different.
I ain't gonna do fucking nothing. Yeah. Anything to say, Dave?
No, that everything went good.
I actually had someone ask me what my brother's social media was. I go, none.
Social media, you're going to have to come find him at Rooney's when he's having happy hour.
Exactly. That is his social media.
It's not hard to find me there.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
You'll be.
Don't you have Facebook though?
I do have Facebook, but I don't hardly ever go on.
You can go to Facebook and you can message him. Him seeing it is a toss up.
It's
I don't
about
know
like
how to
Frank
get. You,
seeing
I
a
don't know how to
text.
get your message.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, but you can do me. I have them all. You can check us out. But it's that Benz at Instagram, right?
At that Benz on Instagram. At Real Larry Lawton.
Right. At Real Larry Lawton. At Jason.
J the Fox. Jason the Fox 90.
Send
him a message, tell
how
him
to
the-
make it difficult.
What a fucking nut.
I mean, Larry at.
Why
or
couldn't
whatever.
it be David Lawton 75 at gmail.com? Something like that.
This motherfucker goes on Discord yesterday and writes. I told him just join the conversation. This is his idea of joining the
Oh,
conversation.
you guys got to talk about this after the show.
People are all talking. This motherfucker goes, "Who hates blue balls?"
Hey, this is the after show.
You know, that's a good question.
You got to
for
wait
that.
for the after show.
You know
for
what?
that.
He got 0 responses.
Well,
Nobody.
he would have got. I hate blue balls, and I got him.
You got him right now.
Well,
There's a reason for that. Are you making your reasons public?
No, not
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 yet
on YouTube.
No, not yet.
All right, so Dave isn't gonna let you. But you did toss it a little bit earlier. I'll let the listeners go back and try and figure it out.
No, yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
Leave.
We won't.
So-
Other than that,
We've got Corey from Oliva Cigar.
Oliva's our sponsor, so we love them anyway, and they really are. They're pretty cool.
Just smoked an Oliva. It was as fantastic
Same
as
as
ever.
And now what we're gonna do is have the CEO. It's gonna be all cigar. You're gonna learn a lot with Benz and him. I know you're gonna learn a lot, and I've learned a lot about the business of cigars from him. I mean, I sit around and smoke cigars with him in their lounge. We'll be talking about that.
This guy's
Wait, who,
what?
Benz or this guy?
The CEO.
Because Benz knows cigars, too.
Oh, no. That's, again, I don't.
Right.
And I know what I know.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there, but I know what I know. It's going to take me at least another 2 weeks to get up to where he's at. I knew that was it. You know I said that.
All right, everybody.
You know I said that.
Yeah, I know exactly.
So anyway, everybody, have a great day. Please stay safe. Make good choices. Email. Check us out on all the platforms. And I'll tell you what, we got a lot coming up with the giveaways coming up. Check that giveaway. It's going to be a lot of fun. Once we do pre-orders, the Box Cigar gets 10 fucking tickets and the Cigar Club. I can't wait. You're going to have the picture today, I think.
Are you going to get the listeners by the next show? Are you going to get the number where they can call to book their cruises if they want to go with us?
Yes, by Friday's show.
And if you have already booked the cruise, we will figure out a way to refund you or something.
Or get you on our
If
cruise.
you win
If you win it,
Yeah. If you win it, yeah. You booked this crew, right? Oh, absolutely.
I just want to make sure, because some people are going to say, man, I might not win. I want to buy it now, right? But if you bought it and you win,
you
we'll
could buy
figure
it now, and it doesn't matter. But we're going to make the pull, I think, October 3rd, aren't we? My birthday.
Yeah, we're going to try to, yes.
October 3rd is we're going to pull that. So
That's
you have
the
to
cigar
sign up now.
launching day.
Exactly. So that we're going to know who won. So with that, whoever it is going to have another 6 weeks. That's why we did it early.
We're doing a live draw with a randomizer, so you guys will see the whole process. 100%
Right. You can
legit.
see it right online,
No
100%
bullshit.
chip. You'll have the computer right up there.
Yep.
Ben's is going to hit the button.
Might do it on this big screen.
There you go. You can project it, and we'll do that. And whoever wins it. End of story. Then whoever wins it has 48 hours from when the win comes to claim it.
Right.
Otherwise, we do it. We do it to the next show. Is what we do.
We're gonna send you an email, and you have 48 hours to respond to that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna send you an email. But you should be watching or looking at it the next 2 days because you got 48 hours, which is a good enough time.
Sure.
Because we're gonna email you the minute you win it, right? Within an hour, and all you gotta do is reply and say accept, and we're gonna do it, and you're done. It's not a big form.
It's gonna be a YouTube live when we do it. So
Well,
you might
I highly
see it
recommend.
Yeah, we'll put it on
I
YouTube
highly
Live.
recommend, Benz, that whoever's got an entry fee in this thing to watch the podcast to see if they won.
Yeah, October 3rd is a Monday, so it's going to be that podcast. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing it. We're gonna have a
Another
little
celebration.
Oh, another party. I'm not going to
Oh
tell you.
no, the parties! You got to.
So you can either listen to the podcast or watch
twist
it
your
a
arm.
day or two later.
Yeah,
Right.
again, 48 hours. 48 hours after it goes up. The minute 48 hours comes.
I bet you won't even wait a half hour. They'll get that email. They'll respond to it right away.
Well, I hope they
Or
do.
the person will be live and he'll tell you, "Oh shit, I won." You know,
and
whatever. it
that's
is.
good. Listen, if you accept it anyway, you accept it. It's not official. You have to hit this button. If you reply to that
And then
email
you know what you
and
should
call
do?
us, do everything.
I'll tell you what. And then the show after, whoever won it, call in, talk on
Oh,
that
we
mic.
will. Hey, that's a good one. Let's see
Do
what
a
he did.
call-in.
And everybody, you're going to have 6 more weeks to go sign up, for the cruise. I mean, it's
Whoever didn't win it, right?
going to be a fun cruise. I'm telling you, it's going to be a blast. We're going to have a fucking blast.
Oh my
on that
god,
cruise.
you don't have to tell me. I've
mean,
already been on cruises with you.
Somebody told, my son, he said, I told him it was, what about his wife? I said, that's up to you, but this is really a guy's cruise, or guest cruise. No, all girls listen. We don't have many, but there's girls who listen. If they want to come, they're going to be the creme de la creme with me because we don't have many listeners as it is.
We appreciate you.
Girls.
We appreciate
female listeners.
females. My whole audience is 90-some-odd% a male.
Right.
And the age of it's going to be a party. I mean, I'm
It's
not
like
saying.
Laura Bomolowski and like a few other girls.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, my mother. No, my mother don't. Maybe did my mother sign up? I don't know. Could she win the cruise?
No.
Oh, you hear
you
that?
can't know anybody in this room. You can't know any of the staff to win. That's a fucking.
Okay,
I'm
you
sorry.
heard it, man. I just asked if anybody here could win. Nobody. Anybody?
Listen, I've seen
Okay.
a couple friends' names that like heard about it because they listened to the show and I deleted their fucking names. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know why? Because our friends ain't winning this. This is for a fucking fan, somebody who has a chance to meet Larry now.
Right. Good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And come on, meet the whole team.
That's how
All
we
be
do.
out there. We're gonna party for 3 days. And believe me, Except me in a room privately with
What
somebody.
did they win? They win a cruise. Did
Other
they
than
win
that, I'm open.
They win a cruise. Did they win a plane fare too to Orlando?
For 2.
Yeah, and
Even if it's from China?
No, you have to live in the United States.
Oh, okay.
And you have to be over 21.
you could tell Dave hasn't been listening.
Yeah, Dave, you don't know the fucking
21 and over, and a U.S. citizen.
I know 21 and
And a
over.
pa- well,
I know if you're less than
if
21,
they can
you
get
can
clearance
get an iPad
to
or
get
something.
on.
Listen,
I know what you said.
I don't give a fuck if they're 4. If their mom wants to come with them and she says that she won the fucking tickets, don't matter to me. You can, if let's say you're 18, 19, and your mom or your dad want to come with you on this cruise, you can fucking do it.
Right, it's not an adult cruise. You're
It's
right.
not an adult cruise. So you have to be 21 and older to win it to come yourself. But if you're younger and you have your guardian that wants to come with you,
I guess
fuck.
I guess a cousin who's 24 and a guy's 20. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't. A cousin, I don't know. It's got to be a guardian. I would want.
How do
somebody
you state a guardian?
I don't know. If
And
they're
how do you
over 18
prove they're a guardian?
if they're
I mean,
over
we're
18
not going back into deep
Wait,
shit.
wait. Hold on. If they're over 18, then who gives a shit?
Well, if they
Then they
want,
don't need a guardian.
well, if they don't need, I
Why
think,
did we say 21
No,
over?
because the cruise, you can't be an original
By
guy
yourself.
on the cruise yourself.
By yourself.
18
you can-
can't book a cruise.
I've been on a cruise at
You
18.
cannot book it. Look
With-
it up.
By yourself?
Well, with friends, not my parents.
What you cannot book a cruise at 18 and
They
19.
must have changed that. They must have changed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you cannot.
It's been a while since I've been 18.
It said it maybe because of the COVID too. I don't know what it's really for.
Yeah.
But I looked that up. You have to be over.
There's no restrictions anymore.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah,
There's
you don't need to
I'm
be
not going on no
vaccinated.
fucking cruise with. No, there is. I think you still have to be vaccinated.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No,
But
you don't.
anyway.
Or
You
if
just
you
get
don't,
tagged as a non-vaccinated.
and then you have to get tested when you're there.
Who gives a shit?
I don't, but I am vaccinated.
They do this thing where they bring it up to like your nose. They're like, "You're good."
Oh yeah. I remember we were in Cancun.
Yeah.
They did. You remember the first one?
Do you remember
Didn't
how
even
they-
go in the fucking nose.
They pretended. They went up to you. They were like, "So how's your trip? Good. You passed."
Yeah, and literally said it like that. They put it in the water. They come. You're good. You're good to go.
I remember
Not-
telling a lady, hey, don't go up my nose too deep. I don't even know if she went in my nose.
And you know what? Everybody, not one person was positive. Wow, that's a good place.
The only place that's COVID free,
is the resorts we go to.
and that was like what, a year ago.
That was when it was in the heat of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't say the heat, but
No,
a
it
year
was. It was
ago.
coming back. It was during like a
Yeah,
big spike.
an upswing.
Fuck COVID.
You remember
All right.
we were on the ship? Oh no, I was on the other ship when they reinstituted masks. We didn't wear a mask.
Yeah, we had to wear masks on a plane.
Larry and
Oh,
I got
funny.
lucky when we were flying to LA. It's
Oh,
the day
the
they
day.
took the fucking law off.
Fucking day.
And then
the
we got
morning.
to LA and they were trying to tell us that we still needed them, but then
Wait, we didn't give a fuck.
didn't give a fuck,
Nobody cared. And you notice that weaned real quick. Nobody ever said a word again. But anyway, that's what's going on. So please check all that kind of stuff up. We're really excited for this next month. Have a great day, everybody. Please make good choices. And see you here Friday.
Stay safe, everybody.